had been out for my birthday. The next day, Katie just wasn't right within herself. By the evening, her temperature hadn't gone down, so I decided to take her to our local A&E. She was diagnosed with ALL, leukemia, and our world fell apart.
I still remember the look of horror and fear on the midwife's face. And she realised in that split moment that there was a cord around Ellie's throat.
Pedro was 13, he had bone cancer in his skull. When school finished for Christmas, he finished as well, and that's when he came home and rested until he passed away.
The thing to do is to make that path for him as easy as possible, and to let him know that he's loved, which of course he is.
She wasn't the Katie that we had, since birth. She had changed. The drugs had made her very angry, and she started drawing in black, and she wouldn't use any colours. That's when somebody said, "You need to speak to Noah's Ark."
Many families have never heard of a hospice, or if they have, they can be frightened of what it's about, and is it all to do with children dying. So I visit them to hear what their worries are.
You forget that you're a couple, you forget you've got, sad enough, you forget that you've got 3 other children.
Our family support volunteers work with families in their own homes. They might help with transport, they might be an extra pair of hands, do play activities with the children, or be there as a befriender to offer a listening ear.
The specialist carers are trained in nasogastric feeding, gastrostomy feeding, to administer emergency medication in the event of a seizure. Often families have huge amounts of equipment for moving their child, hoists, different aids to enable them to bath or shower, different types of beds, sleep systems, and the specialist carers are there to be able to use all of those things.
I knew who to access from Noah's Ark and what for, and that really made things a lot easier, because they do know what us parents go through.
Your child craves attention, and sometimes that sort of attention is to no fault of parents or the rest of the family's fault. It's not always possible. They're just normal kids. They just want to be normal and want to be treated normally.
Our siblings groups and outings are there for brothers and sisters. Life can be pretty tough for them, and it's a chance for them to do something fun.
The girls really, really loved it. They made good friendships. Grieving doesn't stop from one day to the next. It's an ongoing process, but it will get to a point when they will say, we don't have to go anymore. And that's lovely. Lovely to get that choice.
The family days have been great because you get to see other families who are sharing the same kind of challenge.
You know that everything's accessible. You know that there's always these amazing red shirts around that you cast your eye over, and that they're always sort of there to help. The only service they can't offer at the moment is sort of overnight respite for people. But hopefully they'll be able to do that in the future. But they offer everything else.
You can't imagine that you're going to have some happy times when your child is dying, but Noah's Ark did manage to do that.
It's just a little bit of forever that we wouldn't have had otherwise, and that's important, and it's vital.